Okay, folks, listen. This is a live stream, and what you're about to see in this video is it's like basically part two of that reset video that I put up a few days ago under the live stream section of this channel. Okay, all my videos are under the live stream section of this channel right now because I haven't done any pre-recorded videos in over a year. So make sure you watch all the live stream videos over the last year. Now pay attention. Like I said, if you haven't watched that reset video that I put up a couple of days ago, do not watch this because you're not going to understand it. Go watch that one first and then watch this one, okay? It has the word reset in the title right before this video. Okay, so most, I'm going to show you a bunch of, new information connecting to the reset. But some of it you've seen, and some of it was from the last video, but just not a lot. But I first let me explain this. Uh, okay, so if you guys don't know, I'm telling you guys that Elvis is the Antichrist. Okay, and Trump, who is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that died at birth. Okay, Trump is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that died at birth, and uh, Trump is the image of the beast. Okay, and that's why Trump gets his head wound on August 4th in Ohio. Okay, next year. But what this video is about mainly is the connection to Elvis and the Seattle event that's going to happen on June 11th. Those are my two predictions, right? So, because there's going to be a spectacular event in Washington State, all of that King County, okay? Because Elvis was known as the King, Seattle's in King County, and Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. Everything's connected to Elvis, and he's connected to the Antichrist and 666 Elvis. But I'm not going to get into all that. But what I do want to talk about is having to do with the birth. Okay, your birthday is important because you come into this world. Okay, so that's why the Antichrist needs to be born again. All right. Okay, that's what that whole rising, the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's all about the rebirth, the lotus. And that's why Elvis used to wear the phoenix bird in his outfits in concert, on his clothes and stuff. He wore a cape, like he wants to fly. All right. And so when you put the name, when you put the word birthday, that word birthday with somebody's name, the only name that that's this famous, that across the earth, that has that has all the check marks of it, what the Antichrist would be Elvis. Okay, and so if you were to put Elvis birthday, so you're just adding a name to the word birthday. All right, this is the only name that is that famous that equals this. Okay, watch, see this. So Elvis, the name Elvis and the word birthday equals the exact same as the words the Antichrist. Okay, and let me explain something to you. The word Elvis, the name Elvis, also equals the exact same in gematria as the name Tracy, Tracy, or the name Julio, Julio. And I've shown all those connections in the past, but what I'm trying to say is Elvis is the biggest name. Okay, and not only that, it's the letters also what you're seeing, because the VI connects to the 6 in Roman numerals, and S means more than one, so it's sixes, and EL means God. So he's the God sixes. Okay, that's what you're seeing. So it's in his name. Okay, and that's what the Bible tells you. It says, the mark of the beast will be his name, or the number of his name, or his image. All right. Anyway, so Elvis birthday is the only one that equals the Antichrist. Exactly the same numbers. Okay. Now, so let me just real quick before I show you. the rest of it. Anyone who got in late, you got to watch from the beginning. All right, look. So again, so birthday is super important, okay? And you know, I told you Elvis has the EL in his name, and where else would EL, which means God in Hebrew, where else would he be born other than the EL state? Where is the state of L? Seattle. Seattle's anagram is EL state. That's the exact letters. EL state is Seattle. All right. So that's where else would EL be born? Reborn. Okay. He's going to be born again. And because they're going to resurrect the phoenix, the kraken, the sea goat, you know, the beast out of the sea in Seattle. Okay. Now, so it's all about the birthday, right? So look. So here's what birthday equals, right? So the word birthday, we're only going to look at what it equals in the forward numbers, okay? I know it has the 216, which is August 4th, 216th day of the year. But look, the word birthday equals 87 and 42 reduced. So we're just going to look at the forward numbers, which is more important than the backward numbers. So the forward numbers is 8742. And why is this important? Because look at this. If you just wrote it across those numbers, 8742, and if you see what it would equal if you said the numbers forward, 8742 would be 2478. And why is that important, 2478? Because that is my birthday. Because I told you I was born on 9/4, but it was a leap year, so it fell on 9/5 day. You understand? 9/4 on a leap year falls on 9/5's regular day, and 9/5 is the 248th day of the year. Okay, so basically my birthday, the year I was born, 9/4/64 is 247, 248. So there's your numbers in the word birthday. Remember, I was just showing you that birthday is 8742. If you say the numbers backwards, it's 247 and 8. 247, 248. Do you get it? All right. That's why it's very important that you understand that. It's all about the 247, 248. Okay. And now you're going to understand it all. So from Elvis's birthday to the day the Twin Towers collapsed, 9/11, but within the same year. I'm not going to show you the other equation because I've shown so many videos about all the connections with 9/11 to Elvis. But from just within the same year, from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247, 248. That's my birthday again. So this equation from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247, and on leap year is 248. And why is this so important? Because look, 666 days is equivalent to 182.47%. See, it's from 18. See that? Elvis's birthday forward 247 days lands on 9/11. So it's 18247. Get it? That's why it has the connection to the 666. 182.47% is 666 days. So it has a connection to the 666. Okay. That's why it's so important. Now, this video is not about Martin Luther King, because I have that video in the future, which I've shown many connections in the past too. So Martin Luther King, all right, he's got the king in his name. Elvis was known as the king, and Seattle's in King County, right? And Elvis, he lived and died in Memphis, Tennessee. Martin Luther King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. You'll see how this all connects to what I'm showing in a moment. So you see that so far you see all the connections with Martin Luther King, right? The fact that he was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived and died, and he was known as the king. Elvis is known as the king. See, Martin Luther King was assassinated on 4/4/68, and that was a leap year. So 4/4 fell on 4/5's regular day. Okay, and why is that important? Because the 44 and 45 is the Trump connection and Obama connection. Obama's the 44th president. Trump's the 45th. Obama was born on 8/4. Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4. But Trump is the 44th person to become president, but he's the 45th actual president. 44th person, 45th president. So he's 44, 45 equals 89. Elvis turns 89 next year, okay? Now, but what's important is that it was the 94th day on a regular year, but it was a leap year, so it fell on the 95 day. So it's the 94-95 connection again, okay? And that's my birthday again, okay? I'm trying to make you understand what's going on here, all right? And not only that, because see, I'm trying to make you understand that I had to be connected to this because I told you they need me to take the mark. I am the Neo character, all right? And just like in the movie The Matrix, they were going after Neo. They need me to take the mark. That's what this whole Mark of the Beast is all about. You'll see in a moment. So now Seattle's King County is named after Martin Luther King. They changed it. It was named after a different king, and then they changed it to for Martin Luther King. Imagine how crazy that is. Why would they do that? You have all the places in the world that they could have chosen. Why did they have to choose Seattle's King County to change it? You know? Do you get what I'm saying? They could have just named a different city. Why did they have to take a king away from a king? Like it was named after some dude named Rufus something King, and now it's named after Martin Luther King. All right, because they're going to do what they supposedly did to him in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived. They're going to destroy King County, okay, where Seattle is. Anyway, so not only, you know, you have the 94-95 day, right? Oops, hold on. So not only did he die on the 94-95 day, supposedly die, you know, 94th or 95th day, depending on, you know, if you add the day or night for that day on a leap year. But look at this. Look at this. So next year, right now, Martin Luther King would have been 94 years old. And next year he turns 95. Okay? And I told you 9495 is a 247-248 day, which connected to Elvis's birthday to 9/11, remember? And my birthday. That's my birthday. And Martin Luther King right now is 94 years old, if he was still alive, and next year he's 95. And that's when he died, the 94-95 day. It has to connect to the 95. That's why they had to wait till next year when he turns 95. On 115, he turns 95 next year. All right? And is it just a coincidence that what I'm about to show you? Look, so he's born on 115, right? The first prime number is 2, and the 15th prime number is 47. You see, it's the 247 again. It's my birthday. Do you not understand? And also from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247, 248 on leap year. You know, but it wasn't a leap year when it happened, but it doesn't matter. It's the 247-248 connection, which I just told you is my birthday, you know, and you know, 9/4 is 247-248 day, and he turns 94-95, and he was killed on the 94-95 day, the 94th and 95th day, you know, of the year, because it was a leap year. Okay, are you getting it? Anyway, remember, I told you that the word birthday equals 8742. If you see those numbers like that, it would be backwards as 2478. 247-248. Get it? That's my birthday again. And check this out. I forgot to make a card for this, I think. And if you add up 94 and 95, you get 189. And I told you Elvis needs the 19. So he was born on 18. He needs the 9. I told you that. Look at that, straight across the numbers. Look at that, 247, 248 equals 495. That's the exact same numbers as my birthday. 495 is the 247, 248 day for 9495. Look, it equals 495. So it's 18, then 9495. How perfect can you get? Because that's Elvis's birthday, 18, get it? Then 94, my birthday. Then I was born on the 95 day because it was a leap year, you know. Oh yeah, I did make a card for it. See. So what's the chance that, because I told you I was born on a leap year. All right, so it's and all right, and before I show you that, just real quick, also that you remember I was showing you the 247 with the Martin Luther King's birthday too. Uh, the 247, like I just told you, is the 9/4 day, right? The my birthday. Uh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, 2 times 47 is 94. There's another connection to the actual day, because 9/4 is the 247th day. 2 times 47 is 94. See what I mean? And I told you that's all about because the 47 is a crown number, because the 15th letter of the alphabet is the crown. The O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, and the 15th prime number is 47. See, that's why it's all connected. And anyway, so let me move on. For the people who got in late, you're not going to understand what I'm showing. Make sure you watch from the beginning. And let me keep going. See, right now I'm just showing you the 247, 248 connection before I show you a few other things. And America, it was founded in 1776, right? On 7/4. And right now, America turned 247 years old on July 4th, 2023. It turned 247, and next year it turns 248. But remember, I was born on the 247, 248 days, so it has to happen while it connects to the 247. So the 611 event happens right before it turns 248. America. Do you understand? So it has to happen in between. And that's why it's going to happen on June 11th before it turns 248. All right? But again, just let me emphasize this to you. All right, look. I'm going to repeat again. If it doesn't happen next year, and I'm saying it's 1,000,000% again that it's going to happen, but if it doesn't happen, which I can't see it not happening, but if it doesn't happen, I told you there's only one more year that it could happen in 2025 because of what I just showed you. That because it happened on, the MLK connection, because it happened on the 95th day of the year because it was a leap year, okay? And because he turns 95 next year, well, that doesn't make any sense then. See, it has to happen next year. But what I was going to say was, because America turns 248 years old next year, that it could happen while it's in its 248th year, if it happens the next year in 2025. But no, it's got to happen next year, okay? It just doesn't make any sense if it doesn't. But like I said, if, then 2025 would be the last time you would ever hear me talk about this. But it is going to be next year. So don't take any chances. Get the hell out of Seattle, okay? Because you are not going to be able to stop this event from occurring. Whatever this event is going to be, it's going to happen, okay? Somebody's saying that MLK also means angel. I don't know that, but if you say so. And so anyway, so America, like I said, is 247, 248, in between right now. Okay, because it doesn't turn 248 till next year, right? And that's my birthday, you understand? Because I was born on leap year, and I was born on, if you use the calculator, listen, when using the calculator, if you start from the first of the year to 9/4 on a leap year, if you don't add the day, it's 247, but if you add the day, it's 248. Okay, so that's why you have a connection to both. If you add up to that day, it's 247. Adding the day is 248 on leap year. All right, and I was born on leap year, and next year's a leap year, right? Anyway, and how you know that this is connected? How you know that it's connected is because I mean, how you know it's connected to the reset? Because I told you America was founded at that date. But in 1752, they changed the calendar. All right. In 1752, they took out 11 days out of September. You know, September is the ninth month. 9/11. They took out 11 days out of the month of September in 1752. I'm sorry. In 1752, I might have accidentally said 1952. 1752, they were on the Julian calendar. They were about to convert to the Gregorian. So in 1752, they took out 11 days in the ninth month, the 9/11 connection. You see, and then the very first time they started using the Gregorian calendar, which is what we're on right now, was in 1753. So 1752, 1753. Okay. Now let me just show it to you again before I show you the equation, which I've already explained in the last video. So the calendar we use right now is the Gregorian calendar. It used to be the Julian calendar. So the last year of the Julian calendar was 1752, but that year is when they took out the date. So technically the Gregorian started in 1752, but the first full year was 1753 for our calendar. 1752, 1753, right? Now, why am I showing you that? Because look, if you were to take, I know it's 1752, 1753, but look, see the one right here? So it's 1,752, 1,752. So if you did 752 minus 1,000, you get 248. If you minus 753 from 1,000, it's 247. Remember, that's the Julian calendar, a Gregorian calendar, 1752, 1753. What's the chances that it was 247, 248 if you did it like this? Because remember, it's 1,752, 1,753. So what I'm trying to show you is here, first of all, you have the Triple Crown, which I told you is a huge connection. The 3 O's is the Triple Crown. All right. And I know you think this is stretching it. No way is this stretching it, because I'm telling you, this is what they're doing. What is the chance that that would come out like that? Impossible. Okay. Before I move on, I just want to make sure you understood that. I know you're thinking, why would I do that? All right. But again, there is a reason the way they do things. Okay. They can't literally just come out and tell you everything. They have to do things, in hidden ways. Okay. And the reason I mentioned the Triple Crown, because I told you the year Elvis died, there was a horse that won the most prestigious race in horse racing called the Triple Crown. All right. So the Triple Crown is, like I said, is the most prestigious race in horse racing. And this horse won it on June 11th, 1977, the same year Elvis died. And what was the name of the horse? Seattle Slew. Slew means to violently kill. So the year Elvis died, there was a horse that won the most prestigious race in horse racing, and his name was Seattle Slew, and he won it on June 11th, the same year Elvis died. See, death and destruction. Elvis dies that year. Okay? These are impossible coincidences, okay? And I didn't know any of this information when I made my predictions. All right? I was saying Seattle and Elvis and not knowing any of these connections. All right? Because like I said, it has to happen. Anyway, so let's stick to the 247, 248, because that's my birthday connection, right? You know, Elvis is born on the 8th day of the year, right? And listen, I could show you tons of connections with the Super Bowls, but I'm not going to show you all of them. Okay, I'm just going to show you one little, because I want to try to condense it to what I'm talking about here. Because I could show you how every Super Bowl connects to this Elvis puzzle. Not every, but the certain ones that are important. Look, remember I was talking about the 247, 248, right? The 8th Super Bowl, because Elvis is born on the 8th day, right? The 8th Super Bowl, look what the score was. 24-7. That's my birthday. And remember, he's born on the 8th day. Elvis is born on the 8th day. It was the Super Bowl number 8. And look, if you add the 8 to this, it's 247, 248. Are you understanding it? 247, 248. That's my birthday again, because it was on the 247, 248 day. Okay? And notice that they were playing the Vikings, the 6 kings. Get it? VI is 6 in Roman numerals. I told you, Elvis, VI, kings. All right? So what is the chance that the score would be 24? By the way, I could show you so much more. All right? It even has everything is connected. All right? From the first Super Bowl to the 8th Super Bowl to the 18th Super Bowl, all of them. Okay? But I'm not going to get into all of it. Now, sticking to the 247 theme, the square root of 611, the square root of 611, the very first time you see these three numbers come across like that is at the 611 mark. So 24.7 is at the 611 for square root of 611 is 247. That's my birthday again. And that's the day I'm telling you Seattle gets struck. And the very first time, because if you put 610 here for the square root of 610, it would be 24.6. So the very first time you see it, these three numbers come across, 2, 4, and 7, is at the 611 mark. See how perfect this is? All right? You can't, it's impossible, okay? And here's just no big deal, but from June 11th to 9/4, my birthday from June 11th to 9/4 is 2 months, 24 days, or 2 months, 25 days. See, if you add the days. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you, that's why, listen, I'm 1,000,000% that it's going to happen next year, but could it happen? Could it happen 2025? There's a very slim chance, but that would be the last time you ever hear me talk about this. But I'm telling you that next year is the year. So get the hell out of Washington State. I'm telling you. They're going to destroy that King County, whatever the hell they're going to do to it. Okay? Now, if you were to use the gematria calculator and you were to enter numbers, like let's say you entered the word 1, O-N-E, and what it would equal, I'll just tell you what it equals. It would equal 3416 and 4720, I think, or something, 47, 34, 16, 47, 20, I think. I'm not sure but it's something like that. So that's not important. What I was trying to say was if you entered number, so if you entered 1 in, that's what it would equal. If you entered 2 or 3 or whatever. What I'm trying to tell you is, what I'm about to show you, this equation is the very first time that this happens, okay? So I told you the letter O is a crown. So if you were to put a crown on the number 1, so that means that you would put O, then put O-N-E, okay? And whatever it equals. But this is the first time that this happens on this number. Putting a crown on my birthday, 94, I was born on 9/4. If you put a crown on 94, you get 162. This is the first time that you see the number 162, and it's going to be the last time. So the crown brings you 94. I mean, the crown with the number 94, you get 162. And why is that important? Because the 162nd day of the year is June 11th. Okay? And on a leap year, it's 163. But look, you get 225. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. But look, it's 162, 163. On a leap year, it would be the 162, 163 day. But it wouldn't be 225 because leap year is next year, 224. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that it has to happen in a leap year, but the reset starts in the 225 year, and 20 and 25 equals 45. You know that, 20 plus 25, because it's all about the 44, 45. Because I told you Trump is the 44, 45 president. Obama's the 44 president. He was born on August 4th. Trump gets the head one on Obama's birthday. It's all connected. Trump is the 44th person, but he's the 45th actual president to take office. 44th person, 45th actual president to take office. Anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is the first number with a crown that adds up to the June 11th date of 162, because June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, is 94, 94. when you put a crown on 94. Okay, again, a connection to me and a connection to Seattle and June 11th. All right, these are impossible coincidences. If you don't understand it, I can't help you. All right, I don't know what to tell you. You know. And and by the way, you have the 189 right here too, because I told you that 94 plus 95 equals 189, and Elvis needs the 9. I told you he's born on 18. But anyway, you'll see, man. Look, folks, I'm just telling you, get the hell out of the state of Washington, especially get out of King County before June 11th. Okay. Okay. Anyway, and sticking to the because I'm about to move on to something else in a moment, but sticking to the theme of my birthday, check this out. This is the last thing I'm going to show with that. I have so much more on my birthday, but I'm not going to show that videos. I've shown those videos already. So check it out. Elvis, his name equals 67 forward, 68 backwards. Okay. And notice it has the 89 because next year Elvis turns 89. But look, Elvis forward equals 67 and his name backwards equals 68, right? And you know, my birthday is 9495 because I was born on leap year. So it was a 9/4, but it fell on the 9/5 day, right? And look, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, right? Now watch what happens. So if you were to take my birthday and add Elvis's 67, and then take my birthday and add it to 68, look, 94 plus 67 is 161. 94 plus 68 is 162. Look, from the first of the year to 6/11 is 161 or 162 days if you add the day. And then if you take the back number, the 68, and you get the 95, is 95 plus 67 is 162. 95 plus 68 is 163. And that's the leap year equation. 94, 95, connecting to Elvis's numbers. Do you see what I'm saying? What is the chance that my birthday is connected to his name? Do you get it? Are you getting what I'm showing you? Is anyone not getting this? And by the way, there's tons of the connections with 9/4 and why Elvis needs the 9 in my older videos on the live stream section. But I'm just showing this, doing a condensed version of it. But now I'm going to move on from that. I just want to make sure, did you guys understand that? Before I move on, is there anyone who didn't understand that? Anyone who got in late to the chat, you got to watch from the beginning and make sure you watch part 1 of this, the one that I did under the live stream section. No, it's actually, forget about rare. It's impossible. It's a 1 in a trillion, all these connections. You can't, it's impossible for all these things to line up like this, all right? And anyway, make sure you watch part 1, all right, before you know, if you want to really understand this, okay, especially if you got in late to the chat. But go watch part 1. It's under the live stream section. It has the word reset in that one also. Now, so now that we got that out of the way, so let's do this again. So remember the reset, I told you the clock, you know, next year is the year 24, right? And the 24th hour is the 00, okay? It's basically telling you it's a reset. The 24th hour in military time is 00. That's how they say it, you know. They say 00:20. I mean, if they say, they'll tell you 00:12 minutes or 00 whatever. If it's, you know, if it's in the 24th hour, you know, midnight, whatever. So reset is the 24 and the 00, right? And I've shown you all the connections in the last video, but just real quick, pay attention. The word Washington, actually, the word Washington equals a bunch of stuff that I could show you, like the serpent equals that too. But look, it equals the exact same as if you were to put the 00 Elvis. Because remember, I just showed you that the reset is the 24, right? Next year is the 24th year. But anyway, the double O Elvis equals the word Washington, okay? Exact same numbers. And look, you'll see where I'm going with this in a moment. The word portal is the exact same as if you put an Elvis with a crown. So the letter O on Elvis, which is a crown, equals the exact same as portal. And notice the portal has the 162.63 because that's June 11th on a leap year, 162, 163. All right. And it's got other stuff, but let's just, I don't want to get too thing in it. And so if you were to put a crown on portal, of course, then you would have to add another O to Elvis, because remember, O Elvis was the same as portal. Now you have double O Elvis. That means you have to add an O to portal to get the exact same numbers. And then you get the word serpent. Serpent equals the exact same as double O Elvis and O portal. Okay. And then, of course, I told you, then you get the word Washington when you put the. So if you put the double O Elvis, you get Washington. If you put the O portal, you get Washington. The double O Elvis, you get Washington. The serpent, you get Washington. Okay? That's what I wanted to show you. Okay? So what I was trying to do was connecting it to the double O, because that's the reset, and the 24th hour is the reset. Okay? Now look at this. And if you think it's a coincidence, read them and weep. Check this out. If you wrote into the gematria calculator, O Elvis, the Antichrist, June 11th, 2024, look what you get. 666-225-891. Look at that. And so you're going to say to yourself, well, you see the 225 here, But I told you that's the reset. But first, the 666 happens. Then the 225 is the next year. Okay? And look, it's in 2024, this equation, not 2025. It doesn't happen. If you put 2025, it doesn't work. All right? And you'll see in a moment that was why that is. All right? Why that's so important in a moment. What I just showed you there. Hold on. So why am I showing this? Because 2023 is almost gone, right? But pay attention. So 2021, 2022, and 2023 has the 666 connection, okay? So if you take out the zeros, because you can make a zero or, because it can be the letter O or a zero, the zero to hero, get it? Anyway, 221, 222, 223 is 666, okay? And why is this so important right here? Look, 6066, right? 6066. Why is that important? Because look, from Elvis's birthday to the day he died, it's 220 or 221 days, but that's on a regular year, and he died on a regular year. But on a leap year, it's 222 days if you add the day from Elvis' birthday to 8/16. Look at the percentage. So the percentage of 222 days is 60.66%. Look, and that's that equation where I just showed you 2021, 2022, 2023. Now pay attention. The reason I'm showing that is because you know that in 2022, because see this 666, this connection with the 666 has a 222 connection, and in 2022, on Elvis's 45th year death anniversary, he became 45 years dead because he died at the age of 42 and 77. So 45 years later, on August 16, 2022, that day they lit the fuse. Because on that day, August 16, 2022, to next year, June 11th, is 666 days. So that's the day the fuse got lit at the 45-year mark. I told you the 45 is so important to this puzzle, okay? And that's where it is. So from that day to next June 11th is the 666. So you have that connection because it's the 222 connects to the 2022 year, and then the 666, right? But there's more, but I'm not going to get into that. You know, you'll see it in the future, and I've shown it already, but in the future you'll see it too. And now pay attention, okay? And you know that next year Elvis turns 89 years old, right? In the year 24. And the 24th prime number is 89. And look, and 44 plus 45 is 89. I told you the 44-45 President Trump and Obama thing. And Elvis, his age next year, 24th year is 89, 24th prime is 89, right? So you have everything 89. Now look what happens. Remember I showed you this equation is 666. Now if you add the 224, you get 890. So you get 89 with a crown. Elvis gets crowned on the 89. You see? Again, I ask you, what are the coincidences when you look at all the, connections to next year? See, it had to connect to the 666. See, the first three were the 666, and then 224, it's 89 with a crown. And he turns 89, and he's going to get crowned, and it connects to the 666, because next year, on 6/11, is 666 days from Elvis's 45-year death anniversary, right? Okay? Are you getting that? All right? But you'll see in a moment how it all comes together. So when you destroy something, you kind of take it out of, existence, kind of. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't exist anymore, I guess, in their mind. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but, that's how I figure, that what they're doing. So if they're taking 224 out of existence, the year 2024, 224, whatever the hell they're doing, look what happens if you take 224 out of the equation and skip over to 225. Watch what happens. Wait, before I show you that, I just want to make sure you guys are listening, because this is important, all right? Please, you heathens, listen, okay? So, pay attention, all right? You lukewarm heathens. So look what happens. Yes, that's right. The 24 is the X. The X marks the spot, right? And I showed that equation before. So look, remember I showed you the 224 is the 890, and it connects to next year, 666, June 11th, and all that stuff. And 221, 222, 223 was 666, and then adding the 224, right? But anyway, look, what if you took the 224 out and then just added the 225? Look what you get. 891. And that's Elvis with 2 crowns. The 00 Elvis. You see? Are you understanding what I'm showing you? It becomes 891 with 2 crowns. 891 and Trump and Elvis crowns. You understand? The 00 Elvis. Are you getting it? If you take the 224 out, you see what I'm saying? Because that way it connects to the 666. 221, 222, 223 is 666. And then it gets to him. See, he needs it to get to this. All right. Is there anyone paying attention to what I'm saying here? See, he gets his crown next year with the 89 by itself, but he needs this equation because that's what his name equals. And that's what he gets in 225. See? The reset right there. The 00 is the reset. Are you getting that, folks? The 00 is the reset. Is anybody there? Hold on. I have to tap this way. Are you guys listening? Is anybody there? Are you guys listening? Do you see what I just showed? Because do you remember what I just showed? Look, the double O Elvis, the Antichrist, June 11th, 2024 equals 666 225 891. Look, man. Look, 891, double O Elvis, 891. You see? 225. Are you getting it? Are you getting what I'm showing? Double O Elvis, the Antichrist, June 11, 2024. 666 225 891. 221 plus 222 plus 223 is 666, then 225, then 891. What in the hell? Do you not understand what I'm showing? Elvis, 891 with the 00 is the reset. 225 is the reset. All right? Are you understanding what I'm showing, man? Yes. And 225 is 7. 007. And who is the 007? But it's really me. Because 24 is the reset, the 00. I was born on 24/7. 247, 247. Get it? All right. You guys understand? I'm showing you prophecy, folks. This is biblical prophecy you're seeing. You're going to see the beast out of the sea come to fruition before your eyes. All right? And nobody's getting it. I mean, a few of you get it, but it's just so sad, man. It really is, man. This is so shocking. Do you see what I just showed you? It's beyond comprehension, man, what I just showed. Do you get it? 00 is the reset. 24th hour is the 00. That's right. I give up. Yeah. Folks, like I said, I'm basically showing you, I'm showing you the beast out of the sea. I'm the revelation. I told you that I'm the Neo character. I'm the real Neo. Neo was born 2 days before me in the same city in the Middle East. What is Keanu Reeves doing in Beirut, Lebanon? He was born 2 days before me in Beirut, Lebanon at the same hospital. I was born on 9/4/64. He was born on 9/2/64. Same hospital, same place. What the hell is this dude doing over there? All right. Yes, that's another connection. Absolutely. There you go. See, that's a person right there. A few people in this chat, they take it seriously. They're on fire for the truth. And that's, God bless you guys. And the sad part is one of them. I don't know about you, but I know one of them is not even that. He's not even that believer in Jesus. One day I hope he wakes up. And yes, we're talking about the X. That's what this whole X is about. X marks the spot. And what is X really? It's 2 lines. It's basically like an 11, Anyway, back to what we were showing here. And notice that, Elvis's name, when you go down here, 891, then it becomes 189, the end, the total. You see what I'm saying? 891, 00, reset, then it becomes 189. Just exactly what I keep telling you guys, that Elvis needs the 9, And remember, 94 and 95, my birthday, the total is 189, And here's something interesting, because, we're talking about Elvis. Notice that it's 8, 9, and then 10 with a crown. 8, 9, 10, and then an O. So look, if you go 8, 9, 10, and then what's left is 11, 12, and 1. Look, 11, 12, and 1 equals 24. I'm just, showing you nothing compares to the information that I just showed. So this is pointless. But there's a couple of good stuff I'm about to show you. So just keep watching. So remember that I just showed you that 666 with 224 equals 890, 89 with a crown. Elvis turns 89 next year, and the 24th prime is 89, and next year is the 24 year, right? And 666 with 225 is 891, which is what I just showed you with that great equation that I showed you, right? But look, Elvis died on 816. Look, if you took that that 9 and turned it upside down, that would be 816 kind of. Same numbers, if you turn the 9 upside down, right? So even that has a connection to that. All right. But here comes another great coincidence. What did I do with it? What the heck? Let me just write this real quick. I was wondering why I showed that again. Look at this. Look how incredible this is. So remember I was showing you this equation, right, which ends with 890 and 891. So obviously these are two very important things. So look what happens when you add 890 and 891. It equals 1781. Okay? 1781 it equals this total. And why is that important? Because look what happens when you do this with 1781. So if you were to minus 1781 from 10,000, 1781 minus 10,000, it equals 8219, and Seattle equals 8219. You see that? And I've shown you so many things connecting to 8219 with Elvis. It has to do with his birthday. It has to do from Elvis' birthday to June 11th. I mean, from Elvis' death to June 11th. Okay, this is nothing compared to what I've shown, but this is incredible in itself. Like, what is the chance that these two have a connection to the Seattle? All right, and if you're wondering why I choose 10,000, because look, there's 4 numbers. That's why I was choosing 10,000, obviously. And if I chose 1,000 and then just did 781 like I did earlier with that Gregorian stuff, it would be 219. And why is 219 important? Because 219, that's Elvis's birthday. Elvis was born on the 8th day. The eighth day of the year is 2.19%. So you have 82.19. That's Seattle again. 8219. Seattle equals. Do you understand? The 8th day of the year in percentage, 8 days is 2.19%. So it's 8219. Just like from Elvis's death, August 16th to June 11th is 300 days. Within the next time it comes around, is 300 days. 300 days is 82.19%. See, again, Seattle, connecting from Elvis's death to June 11th. And then the next year, from Elvis's death to June 11th, if it lands on a leap year, 666 days. All right? Man, it's so, man, so sad. You guys don't get it. You guys don't get how important this is. It's so sad. Anyway, let me keep showing this. I gotta keep moving on. I'm getting nowhere. Here. All right. So you obviously know how important, because I told you I have 2 predictions, June 11th and August 4th. And I told you from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 was 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. So you even had the 8-4 connection to the Twin Towers collapse. and the word twin equals 66, and it was 66 years from Elvis's birthday to 9/11, right? Anyway, but right now we want to talk about August 4th being the 216th day of the year, the day Trump gets his head wound, which is Obama's birthday, right? And Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name equals 216. And 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. Elvis was born on the 1/8 day, 18, kind of, right? It looks like the number 18. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. You see what I'm saying? Everything has a connection to Elvis and the 666 and why certain days he's picking, you know, and all that stuff, right? Why was I showing that? I forgot. So remember I was showing you that Elvis thing. So EL means God, and EL looks like the numbers 3 and 7. EL looks like 3 and 7 or 7 and 3, right? EL means God in Hebrew. So Elvis and the VIS I told you is a 666 connection, but forget that right now. Elvis is born on 1/8, so it looks like the 18, like I said. So 18 plus the 37, which is the EL. Get it? EL looks like 3 and 7. 18 plus 37 equals 55. Satan equals 55. 18 times 37. See, this was plus. 18 times 37 is 666. So what's in between 55 and 666? See? 611 plus 55 is 666. That's the missing equation. And remember, Satan equals 55. See what I'm saying? 18 plus 37. 37 is the EL. EL looks like the 3 and 7. 7 and 3. 3, 7 looks like the 3, 7. Get it? You see what I'm saying here? That was the missing equation, is the 611. 611 plus 55 is 666. And you know, of course, I told you that 3 and 7 looks like the number 73 also. So 18 plus 55 is 73, which is the EL connection again, right? You know, and I told you VI is 6 in Roman numerals. So if you have the S represents more than 1, so that's 6s. He's the God 6s. EL means God in Hebrew. All right. 1/8. What I meant to write here is 18, you know. Elvis was born on 1/8. And now let me just show you this real quick. So you know EL, we were just talking about that. EL equals 17, 8 forward, 37 and 10 backwards. Okay, EL equals 17 and then 8 reduced, and then 37 and then 10 reduced. 17, 8, 37. Watch this. So remember, we're talking about the number 18, right? What I was just showing you with all these connections, because Elvis is born on 1/8, which looks like the 18. And, you know, 6 plus 6 plus 6 is, you know, 18, and 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Elvis Aaron Presley is 216. Anyway, so we were talking about the 18, right? Look at this. Oh, yeah, and we were talking about the EL, right? Because EL looked like the numbers 3, 7. Anyway, EL equals 17 and 8, 37 and 10. Look at this. From the first Super Bowl, look at this. From the first Super Bowl to the 18th Super Bowl. Remember, Elvis is born on the 1/8, right? And I showed you earlier the connection to the 8th Super Bowl. Look at this. From the first Super Bowl to the 18th Super Bowl is 17 years, 8 days. And EL equals 17, 8. You see that? And remember, I showed you that 1 and 15, the prime numbers for 1 and 15 is 2 and 47. 247 is my birthday. And you know the 247th prime number is 1567. Look at that. 247th prime is 1567. The first prime is 2. The 15th prime is 47. You see how it all connects? And look, this was in 84. Look at this. Elvis equals 67. Trump gets his head wound in 84. But anyway, 17 years, 8 days to the 18th Super Bowl from the first Super Bowl. Look at that. 17 and 8. Oops. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I made a mistake right here. Hold on. I'm glad someone pointed that out. I just wrote it wrong. Sorry. It was it's supposed to say 0. Thanks for showing that. Yeah. It's supposed to say 3710. Sorry about that. But anyway, everything else is right. So 17, so EL equals 17 and 8, you see? And remember, Elvis is born on 8-1, and then you have a crown right here. He's born on 1-8, right? That's why I'm showing this equation. But it's the 17-8 that I wanted you to see because it connects to the EL, and that's from the first Super Bowl to the 18th Super Bowl, right? And then check this out. Remember, I was showing you this equation, right? The uh, 18 plus 37 equals 55, right? And all this stuff that I was showing here. So what would happen if we went from the 18th, because this was from the 1st to the 18th, right? And I showed you the EL connection. Now look at this. The 18th Super Bowl to the 55th Super Bowl, because remember, 18 plus 37 equals 55. Look at this. 37 years and 17 days. Are you looking at this? Because look, EL equals 17 forward, 37 backwards. So you have 37-17 right there. And I told you that 18 plus 37 equals 55, right? Satan equals 55, right? And 8-1 is his birthday. It's the 18th Super Bowl. Get it? 8-1, 1-8 with a crown. But are you looking at that? Because I just showed you that from the first Super Bowl to the 18th Super Bowl was 17 years, 8 days, which is the forward EL. What the hell is going on? Are you understanding? Like, what is the chances of all this? And by the way, earlier when I was showing you that the eighth Super Bowl had the score of 24-7, which is my birthday again, right? But it was the eighth Super Bowl, so it's 247 and then the 8, because my birthday is 247, 248, right? The day. 9495 is the 247, 248 day, right? And listen to this. From the first Super Bowl to the 8th Super Bowl is 6 years, 11 months, and 30 days. 6-11. 6 years, 11 months. And I told you Elvis was born on 1-8, so it's the first Super Bowl to 8th Super Bowl. Get it? 1-8. 6 years, 11 months, 30 days, exactly. And 6-11 is when Seattle gets struck. And then it's 6 years, 11 months, 30 days, right? 11:30 on the clock, 11:30, the hands are on the 6 and the 11. See what I mean? It's perfect, all right? And I could show you much more on that, but I took it out of this video. All right, so that I just wanted you to see the EL connection in that. It's off the charts crazy. I told you, it's unbelievable. Anyway, I'm almost done. I only have a few more to go. And you remember the month chart I created for August. The first time you see August is the 8th month. Then the next time, 12 months later, would be the 20th month and the 32nd month and the 44th month. Anyways, but look, so August, the first one is 8, September is the 9, right? And that's the month I was born, the 9, right? And look, I've shown this before, all the connections, but I just wanted you to see this, that the 19th number down is 224. See, next year is 224, and it's connecting to the 1, because Elvis needs the 9, right? 1-8 to the 1-9 he needs. And Elvis turns 89 next year. See, 8-9 connects to the 224 and 225. See, it's the connection to both 8-9, and of course you have a 1 because Elvis needs that 8-9-1 connection. But look, it's 224 and 225. So there's another connection right there with what I'm showing you, because Elvis turns 89 next year. You know what I mean? And of course, next year like I said, Elvis turns 89. The 24th prime is 89. And the 24th hour is the reset. I showed all that already. And speaking of the Super Bowl, so ask yourself this. So the 24th Super Bowl, because next year's the 24, right? Look at what the score was for the 24th Super Bowl. 55-10. And I'm telling you that the Antichrist gets birthed the next year. Look, 55-10. Satan equals 55-10. And look at that. The score for the 24th Super Bowl was 55-10. Like I said, folks, if you believe in crazy coincidences like that, you're nuts. And there's my birthday again. Because I told you, all the 49ers, I've shown all these Super Bowl connections. There was even an Elvis halftime show with the Elvis, with the 49er connection. 49ers play at Levi's Stadium. Levi's is Elvis. 4 times 9 is 36. The 666 connection. But this is what's important. The 24th Super Bowl was 55-10. Satan equals 55-10. And next year is the 24th year. All the connections. You see what I'm saying? And I told you Levi's is 49ers. Levi's is Elvis, anagram. And the quarterback who won the MVP for that game, for every time they won that Super Bowl, every Super Bowl, the Elvis one too. But look, the quarterback for the 49ers is Joe Montana. He's born on 6/11. See what I'm saying? And you know that Seattle Slew horse? Remember I told you about Seattle Slew? He was born on 2/15 and he died on a date 5/8. And look at the difference in between. 2 months, 24 days, 11 weeks, 6 days. So there's your 6/11/2024 right there in the Seattle Slew. And remember, Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on June 11th, 77, the same year Elvis died. Look at that. It's right there. 6/11/2024. In his death, in between his death, the days, I'm saying. Just the days right there. Of course, it's, he died like at the age of 28 or something. And if you think that's a coincidence, look, you remember I was showing you that the 11-6 connection, 6/11, on the clock, 11:06 a.m. is the 666th minute. 11 hours, 6 minutes is 666 minutes, you see? 11:06 is 666 minutes. Just another great coincidence, right? All right, so there's the last 2 cards, last 3 cards. So, I told you Elvis and Jesse, his identical twin, they both equal 67. Elvis equals 67, and his identical twin that died equals 67. And 67 is the first number that equals 162 in gematria when written out. And 162 is June 11th, right? You know what I mean? The day, the 162nd day. But look, remember they both equal 67. 6 plus 7 is 13. And 6 times 7 is 42. And look, it equals 55. Satan. See what I mean? Again, connecting to Satan. And then the last thing I'm going to show is what I showed before in the last, I ended it with this in the last video. So the backwards date of 224, because next year is 2024, the date 224 is the 55th day of the year. That's the number for Satan. The 224 is the 55th day of the year. Its backwards date is 11:06. So 224's backwards date is 11:06. And the fifth, and you know how you know it's its backwards date? Because it adds up to 365. That's how you know it's its backwards date. Whatever date you choose, whatever days remain has to add up to 365. So it's the 55th day, 310 days remain, which makes 365. So the backwards date of 224 is 11:06. Okay, you see that? And why is this important? Because see, I told you the 3 is a crown. So if you put the 3 on top of the 55 and 10, 5, 5, and 10, that's Satan with a crown. And the Washington is the crown, W. Just like George W. Bush. He was the president, right? The W. Are you understanding what I'm showing, man? Are you guys getting it? It's the W crown, man. 5510 is Satan, man. I give up. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's say 10. He's the 10, right? But see, Jesus is the only begot 10. Begot 10. Anyway. All right, folks, that's it. God bless all you. Listen, if people who got in late to the chat, you probably didn't understand anything in this video. You got to watch from the beginning to fully grasp what I'm showing. But make sure you watch part 1 of the reset video. That was under the live stream section. Watch that one first, and then come and watch this one fully. That way you can grasp what I showed here. All right? Especially there's one thing in here that's just incredible, what I showed. Is literally, it just spells it out for you that it's 100,000,000% it's going to happen. Okay, when I say it's not 100%, it's not 1,000,000%, it's 100,000,000% that these events are going to happen. All right, there's no way you're going to stop. We just don't know what's going to happen. That's the magnitude of what it is, but we know that the events are going to happen. We just don't know what the magnitude is going to be, how bad or what exactly it is. All right. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. And I'll see you guys. Make sure you watch the whole video, like I said, but watch the first part 1 first, all right, of the reset. That's right before this video under the live stream section. All right. End the video. Jesus is God. End the video.